Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another rant video, and it's going to be about IcePoseidon that you see here in this picture. So this man has actually fallen. He used to be on Twitch and was eventually banned, and then he still hasn't fully recovered. But besides that, let me just get straight to the point. So this man was apparently, from what I recall, like from the research I've been doing lately, he's been scamming his fans while being involved with CX coin using the cryptocurrency. So basically, he tried to convince and persuade his fans to no donating him money, and he at least made up to 500,000. So that's at least $500,000 of money that he scammed from his fans. And then, not a surprise here, but there's also facts that he's been bragging. He's been honest about the scheme that he's been up to, like the amount of money and that he's been involved in other scams, like with other types of cons that he's been involved with, possibly with the Pansy scheme, all that, the Pansy scam. So but then he tries to defend his claim, saying that in return, eventually he will give the money back. He just uses it to help build on his channel, his social media. Like, this is what I keep talking about. Like, so basically, he admits it, but at the same time he tries to come up with an excuse so people can at least try to, he can get some type of faith in his fan base, so people can still try to look up to him and then see that he's trying to be the same person that people see him for, someone who is loyal, who's trustworthy. But in reality, although he admits it, yeah, but it's at the same time he's trying to manipulate what he's saying. He's trying to manipulate his words by trying to persuade his fans that he's really doing it for the greater good, and then hoping that they see more of him. Even though what's really there to see about him, I honestly don't know. I don't find him interesting. I don't find him entertaining. I would say I'm more entertaining, to be honest, because I never really try to beg people for money, especially if at a higher ceiling. I don't really try to make myself I don't even try to pander in this kind of level. I don't try to stoop as low as trying to make myself seem like I'm the beggar here, considering how big I am as a social mediaist. And it seems like this guy probably, I guarantee you this everything has to do with this fallout, with him losing his Twitch, not being able to cope with being banned, because he feels that he knows he's not allowed back on Twitch, and again, he's trying to move his content straight to YouTube and other social media sites. And again, being a streamer, you kind of expect more from the person, not just talking. Honestly, they have to show. They need more to show. And again, this is actually, I honestly don't see the point of him being honest, because yeah, you should be honest so you can have people forgive you. But the thing is that the issue is that you're doing something, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, you admit it, but then you try to justify it at the same time. Does that sound does that seem smart to you? Honestly, no. Does not sound very clever. Because let me listen here, people. Someone who tries to justify what they're doing, it shows that they're not a good person. It shows that this is someone who's trying to trick you. This is someone who's a complete liar and a narcissist. This is somebody that his only thing is being really selfish. That shows entirely how selfish he is, because he's trying to minimize his actions and make it seem as if he had a good reason to do this. And that's his excuse, that he's claiming, because he admits that he scams people, he's stolen credit cards, whatever. He's giving them fake money, giving them fake cards, whatever, any of that. And then he somehow tries to justify this is somehow normal, that we should normalize this in society. And he did this because it all has to do with business. It's all of a business standard, and it equates to it being a good work. It equates to being a good citizen, a good Samaritan. But no, just that just goes to show, like, because a lot of the things he's saying, most of the things he doesn't know what he's talking about. Honestly, it's just a cover up. He's just trying to cover up his act, because that means like he's gonna continue forward doing it. Like he's trying to manipulate his fans, and anybody with a brain can realize that the this guy doesn't even deserve the money. You shouldn't even lend money to this guy unless he's actually going for a real job and trying to work for it. But especially this generation has gone so slow to be real. Like, let's be real, because they can't seem to help like be inspired by people who, especially who don't, I honestly have no clue what we see in them. I have no clue what is there to heavily rely on that person to be impressed, especially when it's just a regular person that you could see on a daily basis when you're walking in public, when you're on the street in your neighborhood, or just saying hi to a bunch of random strangers. To me, he's a stranger. To the fans, he should be considered a stranger because you don't know him personally. So just because like he admits to what he's doing is wrong and tries to equate it as it being good, as it's somehow justified, that all of a sudden you know him personally. No, you don't. In order to know somebody personally, you have to be there. You have to be there, be right in front of them. You actually have to live with them. You have to work with them. You have to be in like physical contact with them. Especially, that's the only way you can find out more about the person. And again, like, he's condoning what he's doing. I don't know about. I'm sure the only people that are really condoning him are his delusional fans and other scammers, so that they can continue forward with their schemes. And that's the thing, he's saying this as an opportunity so people can kind of forget and move on. And the people that will just somehow like the people that he'll somehow just get a slap on the wrist, and they'll just brush off the rug, because he's gonna brush it off. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to brush it off, because he's, by being honest, he thinks he's doing a good thing. He's trying to convince people that he's somehow a better person, when he really just shows how shady he truly is. Like, again, this is why me as and I'm gonna give more details about myself. If whether I'm a fan or not, I don't donate to people, especially people that I don't even know. Unless it's like, if you're gonna donate somebody, it would rather be at your local restaurant, your local store, while they're serving you. Cause me, that's me. By donating someone, I usually prefer to give a tip. That's my way of donating. It's not to someone that I've never even met, who I don't know at a personal level. Like, again, society is going down the drain, not using their gut, not using their instinct, not thinking just because they like somebody, and then they've been brainwashed into thinking who they are. Because again, I can tell you this for sure. I guarantee you, if people try to brush this off, if he tries to brush this off, more than likely he's gonna continue doing what he's doing, scamming people, and then he's gonna act like it's like as if anything, like as if everything that he said, he's not gonna take it back. He's not gonna try to change. He's not gonna try to improve. He's going to continue with the same roots, the same route. He's gonna go back to his old roots, like I already mentioned again, because he feels that it's working out for him and that he's able to accomplish a lot, even though he knew he did something negative. He knew this could possibly affect him in the future. But if at the same time, so he gained a lot out of it by having to take advantage of people this way, especially when it comes to fraud and scams. And what he's doing is very fraudulent. It's very petty. And again, the only way this can be avoided, if everyone just forgets about him, ignores him, don't even try to give him attention. That's how it is. If you don't give that person attention, trust me, they become irrelevant. That's what he's so desperate for. He's clinging on to attention. He's clinging on to the desperation. Like he's really clinging is he really wants to get that attention that he had back on Twitch. Considering how because it was like all that work he put into, all that effort being on Twitch. Like he felt like he became somebody, and that's what made him relevant. Again, because he realized he's irrelevant, and then in order to redeem himself, in order to retain his followers, he needs to do something. He needs to find some other semantics. He needs to try to do some of the theatrical shit, like all that, in order for him to feel like he's on top again, and that he's gained his charisma, and then he's gained his respect, he's gained his popularity, and in that again, like he can be put back on the spot where he can at least find some type of way where people could at least lend him something, where he can feel proud of himself. Not only besides him being proud of his fans, so he can use the fans so that he can have something to brag about. And again, that's how it is when it comes to streamers. The things that people are so quick to fall for, either I don't know what they see in them, either has to do with their looks, their personality, but either way, I don't really care. And then eventually this will catch up to them, and all it takes is just to ignore. That's my advice. Trust me, once people don't bring him up, don't mention him, and again they don't talk about him, once he realizes that he's not fit, he's not suitable to be on social media, then eventually he's gonna have to find somewhere else. Whether it's besides the internet, he's gonna have to find some way to actually work and not think about being on Twitch or any other social media site. And again, that's what he can help clinging on, because he's that desperate. Here's all that popularity, all that money he was making, even if he didn't make money, whether he did make money, it's all gone. And he has no one to blame but himself. And again, for the people that still support him, you might as well think and at least try to use your gut. And again, be sure to have second thoughts before you decide to do something, before you decide to make decisions, because then you will eventually regret it. And again, well, like I said, I don't regret donating people money, because I know for a fact I'm doing the right thing, and that I'm not hurting my future. Again, you're hurting your future. Try to do something to prevent that. And again, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to look forward and check for upcoming content. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.